Yeah. Alright. After a few technical difficulties, we are...
This one, different one.
Well, it's a different one.
Okay. I'll tell everybody right now.
Yeah, we are live. If you haven't guessed already from the thumbnail and from our surroundings and from the masks and everything, we are coming to you live from the airport at Phoenix, Arizona, and we did have another live stream going, but we had some technical difficulties, so we're back into this one now, and hopefully we'll have everyone that was on the old one join the new one. No one's in the chat yet though.
Nobody?
No one that I can
Nobody's
see.
in the chat?
We've got no one in the chat.
Very soon, maybe. It says 10 people are waiting in the other one. Everyone's ready.
We need to close that other one.
Closing it? Shutting it down?
I need to send the link to the other one
Yeah, that's what I was trying
in that one, so
to find it.
I can grab this one.
You see it?
How do I, just trying to figure out how do I get a link to it.
Chuck sees it.
It's that one.
Why can't I find the new one?
Oh, I know why, because it's private. Why it did that, I don't know.
Still just getting in?
It should, if we can go to here. Alright, we've got people in the chat. We've got Adam Searles. How you doing? We've got Robert Fowler.
People are in there?
Yeah, we're in here. We're live. We're online. We've been sitting here for a couple of minutes. Boys and girls, my extreme apologies. We had some technical difficulties on the other stream, so we had to restart it. And that's what I wanted to know, Luke Hayes. Can you see us and can you hear us? We can't control. There's a bit of background noise.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can we be heard? Should I just have like the drink bottle like in my hand like the whole time?
What about this one though?
Yeah. We got the CB mugs. So not only is this going to be the first live stream that we've done out of the office, it will also be the first live stream that we've done live actually with Ellstacker Adventures.
Yeah, we're live on Chuck Van's YouTube channel here.
And
stoked to be.
We've got 4 people watching, and YouTube is telling me 0 likes on this stream, so we need to clear that number up. We've got a whole bunch of people in the chat, so we're going to, if you guys, thanks Adam, I can see everyone saying that they can see and they can hear us, so that's fantastic. So we're gonna do some shout outs in a minute, but this live stream we're probably going to hang out for, unless someone tells us we have to stop doing this, we're going to keep going for probably about an hour. We're going to answer any questions. We'll do a bit of Q&A about the trip that we've had so far, and we'll kind of get to everyone's comments as much as we can, because I love to do that here. So let's start with a few shout outs. We've got Adam Searles and Robert Fowler in the chat. They're saying g'day and what's up. Rob Fowler asks, how's it going? It's going very well. Luke Hayes saying that we can be seen. Bad Rider says, Chuck! We need a Chuck bro. We need to get some, can we get some Chuck bros in the chat? If anyone was here, was on Casey Willax's live stream the other day, Elliot and I were watching that from Bogus Basin, and we got a bit of a Chuck bro shout out. So that might be something that we have to start doing. in the vlog, just yelling out Chuck Blow randomly. We've got SSR OD, Order Rome Artifact with Rome Vices. That's a solid board and a solid pair of bindings, so I haven't ridden either of them, but hey, you want to go for it? You go for it.
Who's that guy right there, dude?
Adam Searles says the volume is food. I think he means the volume is good. Oh no, he says that in the next line. We got Bad Riders in the chat. First live stream ever masked up. It's also my first live stream from an airport, interestingly enough. We've got Jose Bautista in the chat.
Actually, this is my first airport live stream as well. What's up, guys? Hello, hello.
We've got some heavy hitters. I can see Red's Cap. Hey Reggie is in the chat. We've got Melissa Doctor.
The SPC.
We've got Rife Life in the chat.
Bro.
We've got Kevin in the chat. Snowboard Pro Camp saying Chuck Bro.
Chuck Bro.
It's a funny story. After that live stream, Elliot and I were at Bogus Basin, and we spent a whole day just yelling out Chuck Bro to each other. It was hilarious. We enjoyed it a lot.
Jose, bro, they got all the bros.
Jose says Kev Bro. We've got Tim Wilson in the chat. Hey Tim. We've got Erica in the chat. We've been hanging out with Tim and Erica, so for those of you who don't know,
we've Tundra Timmy.
Tundra Timmy for sure. And actually I got to ride in the Tundra a few times, but today the Tundra Tim took us to the airport today.
He says, let's go.
Yeah, Tundra Tim. So Snowboard Pro Camp says the adventures of Chuck and Stack Bros.
Yeah.
And it has been quite the adventure.
Even right to start the adventure, we got stuck at the TSA line.
Oh, you got to tell that story.
Yeah, I went to go check in and they wouldn't let me pass TSA because something was wrong with my plane ticket. So I waved goodbye to Chuck, and then Chuck had no idea what was going on. I went back and I fixed the plane ticket and went through security, and then found Chuck again.
And I was low-key freaking out for a few minutes there. I thought that we were leaving without the stacker, and we couldn't do that.
Yeah, I waved him goodbye and I was like, thumbs up, dude.
So, what have we got here? This is probably the heaviest comment section that I've had.
This is crazy.
On my channel, at least.
Stoked to see it, dude.
Like we're so stoked to be here. Like, so where we are now, we're at Phoenix, Arizona, and we're having a bit of a layover because we've got a red-eye flight. We're flying overnight, and it is 9:15 p.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona. Can everyone, let's have some comments in the chat. Where are you guys watching from, and what time and day is it? Because it's Thursday the 3rd at 9:15 here right now from Phoenix, Arizona. We've got a flight, which is taking off a little bit after midnight. And once we leave from midnight, we're shooting it east. We're heading east to Philadelphia, where we're going to be meeting up with another friend
heavy chat
who may or may not.
So agree.
Yeah, we're meeting up with another buddy who may or may not have a YouTube channel that you guys should start following, because we're all going to start doing content. So if you're not already following Board Through the Pain, we're going to meet up with that guy. So founder of Booby Wax, and also a guy who likes sending it, and someone who has a red beard also. So we're going to be meeting up with him. We're also going to be meeting up with Jose Bautista, who is in the chat here as well. So, and Jose, he says that it's 11:15 New York time. Erica says that Chuck's leveling up. I totally am. In terms of my experiences with the United States of America, I am. Tim says it's a heavy chat. It really is. Rife Life's got some potatoes in it. Rife Life's watching from Ohio, and it's 11 p.m. there. So Rife Life, you've got to. I know that the Rife Life crew just got back from a snowboarding trip in Colorado. I think riding at Breckenridge. How was that? We need to know. Ellstacker Adventures is in the chat. He's saying that. Is he trying to claim that he's from Boise, Idaho?
Yo.
Is that where you're watching from?
Watching from Boise, Idaho.
We've got Kenny on board in the
Kenny?
chat.
What up, what up?
Kenny's in Utah. I know he's down there.
Dude, Kenny actually just got a good snowstorm. He was sending me pictures.
Yeah.
So we wish we were out there in Utah with you, dog.
Yeah, man. We got to ride in Utah at some point. I may be in Utah briefly before the end of this trip, but I don't know if I'll get to ride. Snowboard Pro Camp says, bros, Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love. Yeah, we can't wait to get there, and it's literally my, I guess, kind of brother from another country we're meeting up with, and we've got a few touristy things planned. I think we're definitely going to be eating cheesesteaks. I think that's like the first thing that we're going to do is have like a Philly cheesesteak for breakfast.
I don't know if the indoor snow dome is open. Tim said indoor snowboarding.
I don't know if we're going to do indoor snowboarding, but we'll see.
It's open.
Like if it's
That'd be cool.
If it's winter time and we can go to an actual real mountain, then I think we're going to probably do that.
Have you done the indoor snowboarding at all?
I've never done indoor snowboarding. I'm keen to try it, but if there's a resort that has like snow at it, we're going to go there.
Yeah, a little bigger, a little better.
We've got Adventurer Carlo in the chat. He says, "Good to see you, Robert." So it's good to see you in the chat, Carlo. We back on Saturday, I think it was. Ellstacker and I were riding with Carlo, and we're both actually in the middle of doing videos that will feature Adventurer Carlo on our channel. So keep an eye out for that. Shout out! Actually, we've also got. Actually, the chat on my phone is a little bit behind the chat on my computer, but Maddox Starnes we've got in the chat. So we've got so actually, and Ellstacker and I were riding Bogus Basin. We did a couple of runs with Maddox the other day, and that kid rips.
Yeah,
he really does. So I've got a probably a good video from that day. Maddox sent a couple of side hits and had a nice shifty off a side bank, which I want to share with everyone. But this is awesome.
LH Cool Breeze, yo yo yo.
Maddox
says eat more wild caught Georgia shrimp.
Oh, I don't think we won't be in Georgia, but if we do get the chance, we'll be into it. But Maddox had a question. What's your favorite part of the trip so far?
I don't know what his favorite part was.
It's really difficult, honestly. Like the people in Boise were so welcoming. You know, I had the pleasure of staying actually with Ellstacker at his house with his mum, and that was really good. I got to meet the whole family. I was there for like Sunday dinner, and went out with his brother Tim and Erica, and we went out to a really nice restaurant, and we had we had really nice food. Like they had this like steaks on a rock. It was crazy. They set the whole thing on fire in front of us. It was really a lot of fun.
We actually have a little steak video too, so maybe you'll see it in the vlog. Maybe
you might well see that. So Snowboard Pro Camp asks Chuck, how is Boise different from Newcastle?
Literally
in every way. Well, obviously cars drive on the other side of the road. There's, you know, Boise has Bogus Basin, only 40 minutes drive away. I have to drive 7 hours to get to Perisher, which is a really long way. And just Boise is actually a bigger town than what it appears to be. So I'd say probably there's not a lot of hills in Boise, but I've found the people to be really nice. I don't know, we kind of hung out at Bogus Basin more than in Boise, but it was a nice town. It has everything you need, all the big box retail. I got the tour of fast food that I haven't been to or seen before. So in Australia they don't have Jack in the Box.
Or the Del Taco.
The Del Taco. And we visited both of those places.
Erica says rubbish.
Rubbish. So that was a funny thing, like you know, just Australia has different ways of saying things than the US does, and one of the biggest ones is you know, at the airport, you put your, you know, the things you don't want anymore, like your empty can or whatever it is, in the trash can. In Australia, you put it in the rubbish bin. So these two things mean the same thing. Trash can.
Clack, clickety clack. Melissa says, yo! And can we get some Chuck Bro likes in the chat? There's only 13 likes, but 15 people watching.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get the likes.
LH Cool Breeze says Beach Mountain.
Crazy?
Bank Slalom on the 12th.
I have not hit the like button yet. What's going on?
What are you doing?
Oh no.
You're in the chat.
Oh, no.
You need to be, are we getting a live like? We just got it right there. Alright. Kenny on board saying yo to Kevin. This is awesome. Ellstacker Adventures has put some potatoes in the chat. I'm going to scroll. Maddox Stan says, Chuck, answer my question. He wants me to answer it. I've got to say, my favourite part of the trip, I don't know. It's like making me decide, like, between children that I don't have. Or who's my favourite brother or sister, or who's my favourite friend. It's really difficult to say, but I've got to say probably just my time spent. I've got to put it between two things. So just probably my favourite thing was just getting to hang out with this guy and his family. So Elliot has such a nice family. They were so welcoming and went so far out of their way to try and show me a good time. And I've got to say, just hanging out with them, even if I didn't go snowboarding on this trip, I would have had the best time ever. And I did get to go snowboarding on this trip, so I feel like I had like the best of both worlds. And we got to ride almost every day, and we had such good times. So Maddox, to answer your question, hanging out with the stacker right here was my favorite part of the whole trip. And I got to meet so many people. Riding with you, Maddox, was a pretty big highlight as well, I've got to admit. Alright. Melissa Doctor says, how are you?
Getting a little sleepy maybe, pretty full though.
I'm tired. We just had like a massive Mexican feed from the airport bar. It was actually really nice. And we got a little saucy,
like Cool Breeze's question,
but not too much. What's Cool Breeze's question?
It says, how'd you like the Lago 155BB?
Oh, the Lago 155 double barrel, which is the snowboard that I brought. Well, one of two snowboards that I brought on this trip, and the only snowboard that I've ridden so far. I've got to say, I like it. It's tough. So we had a mix of different conditions up at Bogus Basin while we were there. We had some firm snow, we had a little bit of patches of soft snow, we had a couple of days that were quite slushy, and the board held up really well. It is the first board that I've ridden that is like completely camber and has like completely positive camber. It's got 5 millimeters of positive camber, and it's hookier than what I'm used to, but very precise. And if you lay any pressure onto the edge of that snowboard, it will rip a turn, something fierce. So far I'm liking it. Not a good amount of pop on it, not too aggressive a flex pattern, but still definitely getting used to it. So I'm going to get a few more days on it on this trip. I'm looking forward to that. Luke Hayes.
Or riding with Carlo, he says, with me or Carlo.
Yes, agreed. Riding with Carlo was awesome as well. We got to spend a whole day with Carlo up on the hill, and he was kind of like
the most so.
He was I've got to say, I don't know, that lifty yesterday was pretty stoked. Well, we've got to when I eventually get some videos out, there's a lifty from yesterday, oh my god, that was really having a good time, showing everyone up. But I'd say Carlo was the most stoked Grom I've ever seen. We got to spend all day with him, and he was stoked to be with us, and I'm glad that we got that time to hang out. And and Carlo needs to post some photos of where he's put all those stickers that I gave him, and I hope you're enjoying them. Melissa says, yeah, let's go.
Let's go. I like
Maddox says that
family shreds question.
he's glad that I could make your stay a little more sick, my dude. Yeah. Luke Hayes says, big up to Ellstacker and his family for looking after Chuck. He's been there, sounds like he's had an awesome time. I have had an awesome time. It's been so good. And because the chat is a bit heavier than what I'm used to, if I've missed your question, please just pop it down in the bottom, just retype it, and we'll get to it. Where was the family shred? Oh yeah.
He says Camber is the way.
I love that.
But this is the way.
This is the way. So we've been, and actually, Ellstacker's been in my ear since I first got here, because he hasn't seen the Boba Fett show, and I've got a Disney Plus subscription, so speaking of this is the way, that needs to be the way. We need to sort that out. So LH Cool Breeze, who also owns a Largo double barrel, so I've got the 155, he's got the 156 wide. How do you find it? For me, it's very hooky, but also very fun to ride. I just feel like at any moment it's gonna throw me. But then again, it's not going to throw me. But Camber is pretty good. Who texted me?
Jose says I texted you.
I am doing the live stream from my phone. So, Adventurer Color says hi, Ellstacker. Jose, I can't read your message because like the phone is what's bringing us all the live stream. So if you want to say something that can't go on the live stream, then message Ellstacker. Snowball Pro Cramp says, love how the bomb hole Casey told the story of the boys giving him a place to crash in Japan. Oh, I've got to talk about that for a minute, because that episode of the bomb hole dropped when I was back in Australia, and it was late night in Australia. It dropped. It must have been 1 a.m. or midnight or something like that. And when and I just threw it on immediately. I had to work the next day. I had to get up early. I didn't care. I just sat and I watched it. And I think it was like 58 minutes in or something like that. If you guys are like looking to find the spot, if you haven't already listened to that podcast, I highly recommend it. Casey's outlook on life and how he goes about things, and he actually in that podcast tells, like, I've been following the guy for a very long time, and he even told elements of his backstory that I hadn't heard before. But yeah, he actually stopped like mid-sentence, like during the podcast, and said, hang on, I've just got to shout this out. You know, there was a bunch of homies when we went to Japan, because the guys from the bomb hole were asking him about, you know, how do you make plans last minute, and he told the story about his accommodation. It had all fallen through, and some DMs were being shot, and it was actually Jose Bautista in the chat here who was staying with us, shot a message out to Casey and said, hey, if you guys are coming in, we know you're going to be tired. If you need a place to crash, then, you know, just let us know. And Casey messaged back and said, hey, we're coming in really late on the train. If you guys can pick us up, then that'd be awesome. And so we did. Jose and I jumped in the van that came with our accommodation, picked up Casey and Brian Daly, took him back to our place, or the crib that we were staying at, and yeah, and Casey and Daly shared the same living room floor that me and Ellstacker had.
All of us in one room all together.
So
sweet.
And he kind of shouted that out. He didn't mention any of us by name, but kind of told the story how we actually had never met each other before. We met on the internet, and we're just stoked on the YouTube snowboarding community.
And we're about to do it again, going to meet Board Through the Pain for the first
Yeah.
time. So same story,
Exactly.
different place.
Yeah, so I'm really stoked to meet Board Through the Pain. He seems like a really cool dude, and you know, this community is just so amazing. I'd love to meet every single one of you, or as many of you as I can, along our trips and journeys. So the next time I do a trip, I'm not going to be as secretive about it. So that I can kind of give more opportunity for, if people want to meet us and take a lap, then we're happy to do that. So Jose Bautista says, we are getting fat when you'll get here. So many places I want to take you all to eat. Dude, I reckon I've gained so many pounds just being with this guy.
Chuck says he's ready to eat one of those bananas.
You're trying to get me in trouble. Bad Riders. I was going to ask if Elle and Co have caught up on the Disney Plus stories. They have not yet. Snowboard Pro Camp. Erica says that she wants all of the foods. I'm pretty sure, Erica, the last time we were together, we ate all of the foods and drank a lot of the drinks. The Family Shred Snowboard Pro Camp. I remember that vlog, Kev. Yeah. Kerry Pierce from up in far north Queensland got me one of those Anon wave cell helmets. Pretty comfy. Nice.
Yeah.
Good to hear
Erica
that.
says, Elliot's been feeding Chuck straight Pop-Tarts.
That's not 100% true, but it's not a lie either. Family Shed says the bomb hole rocks. We agree. Excellent podcast. If you're not already following it, you should be on YouTube, on Instagram, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Dude, crazy story though. I was just texting the homie, the marketing guy from Bogus Basin, and he used to work with the Bomb Hole, and they worked at the Snowboarder magazine together. So I just thought that was pretty cool. I just learned it earlier today.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Your buddy, the marketing guy, and Elliot is so. Last week, Friday Night Lights didn't quite happen on Friday.
Not at all.
So is Friday Night Lights going to happen this week?
This Friday?
This Friday. It's Thursday now.
Is it now Saturday night? I don't know. Saturday morning? We tried. We did our best.
Yeah, but what about this week?
We're going to do the live stream at a pretty special location, hopefully from Board Through the Pain's like waxing setup or something.
And I reckon Ellstacker's got a pretty big announcement to make too.
They do?
Are you going to make that on the live stream?
What is the announcement? What is it? Oh.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe. You say it.
But it's to do with a marketing buddy of yours.
Oh my gosh. It was the coolest thing ever. The marketing guy that I've been in contact with.
Are you going to tell them now, or are you going to wait till tomorrow?
Do we tell them tomorrow?
I reckon we make it on your live stream.
Uh-oh.
So you guys are all going to have to come to Ellstacker's live stream tomorrow night. It's wherever it is, wherever it is Friday night. It's Saturday morning in Australia, but you guys have all got to go because Ellstacker's got a pretty, well, I know it's a big announcement for him at least. And I think all of you guys are going to be really stoked on it. I couldn't believe it.
I am definitely stoked. It's so crazy.
Erica says, okay, Pop-Tarts and potatoes. And for those of you, so there is the potato is a huge part of the Boise thing. The whole Boise experience. And yes, I ate a lot of potatoes while we were there. Alright, I think Carrie and Adam are talking about the helmet. Yeah, Adam's saying it's Friday here in Australia. It's Friday now in Australia, but it will be, when it's Friday here and Elliot does the live stream, it's going to be Saturday morning, I think. Mike Sierra, hey Mike, good to have you here. He says, Mount Seymour represent. Yes. Love to see you in here. And I don't know where Mount Seymour is, but I already want to go there. Sounds like an awesome place. Rifle says, announcement? Question mark. Yeah, I've kind of left a big matzo ball hanging there. You guys are all just going to have to wait until tomorrow. LH Cool Breeze says that yesterday my best girl got taken out by a beginner skier so hard that it broke her eyeglasses on her forehead through her goggles. Oof, that's a tough one. And I see a lot of that. It's interestingly enough, like riding in American resorts, Australian resorts, Japanese resorts, everywhere I've ever ridden. Tim Wilson, no, you can't take a guess because you already know. But yeah, look, there's all of those, you know, responsibility code and the rules of the mountain, and I think that's something that I kind of want to make some videos about. If anyone is interested in that, there's lots of written and unwritten rules on the mountain. You know, simple things like, you know, the person below, give way to the person below you, check your blind spots, you know, don't be cutting in line. There's a whole, I want to do a whole video about chairlifts, but yeah, it's really hard when people don't follow those rules, and sometimes you've got people that are out of control, who can't, haven't learnt the fundamentals of turning and stopping, and they go to runs that are more advanced than the bunny hill, don't know how to stop, aren't looking where they're going, or stop in places that they shouldn't, or that they don't realize it's unsafe, and it can be a real problem if other people get hurt. So it's a pretty heavy topic, but I hope that there's no permanent injury for your daughter there, LH Cool Breeze, Lindsay. And yeah, I hope she recovers really quickly. Everyone's got to keep an eye out up there. It can be pretty crazy out on the hill. Erica says she knows the secret. Red's Cap says, Chuck, any plans visiting SoCal? No, not this trip. I won't make it to SoCal this time around, but I do really want to go there. Big Bear is a place I've always wanted to go. I reckon my next US trip, I'm definitely wanting to go to Lake Tahoe. And there's a bunch of other places I'd like to go to, but unfortunately I'm only in America for 3 weeks, and there's only so much I can do in that time, and so much that the budget will allow. So I unlike some of the other YouTubers in the community, don't have sponsors to help out, although this guy's kind of been my sponsor. Although I suppose I have a little bit.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So
Jose has a heavy claim in the chat. He says he's coming to Bogus Basin next year.
Oh, is he? Where is that?
Somewhere in there, a little down.
When does Bogus close, Jose says?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe like April something.
Yeah.
Because they have to give the land back to the forest or whatever.
Yeah.
They just rent it from the Forest Service or something.
That's the same thing that happens in Australia too. So the land where, at least where Perisher and Threadbow on, is owned by it's the national park. It's owned by the Kosciuszko people.
Chuck was not ready to camp, Erica says.
No.
Jose says he wants in the camper though. He says, are we camping at Bogus?
No.
Sponsored by Ellstacker, not so much.
It was suggested that we go to the camper, like we go camp at Bogus Basin, and actually it wasn't that cold. I reckon it would have been doable, but still, there's no way I was going in that pop-up camper. No way.
Yeah.
Red's Cap, please smash the like button and subscribe to Chuck and Elle's channel if you haven't already, guys. Yeah. So Ellstacker, I need to put a link. I didn't have time to put a link to your channel in the description.
What?
So we need
Hi,
to.
Andreas from the internet.
Oh, Andreas is here.
What up? What up?
What a bunch of legends. No, you are the legend, and we are so stoked to have you here on this live chat. It's been way too long. That's the other thing. The next time we come we do an overseas trip, Whistler is very high on the list. I'd love to go for a ride with you guys up there. We need to do like
Special jam.
a DWCP meetup.
Yeah. Andreas, bro. We get the Chuck bros in the chat, the Andreas bro.
You want to handle a couple of questions?
We got the Jose bro. Andreas says, Chuck, you make Idaho look like the coolest place on earth.
It almost is.
Chuck was pretty stoked.
I reckon Ellstacker, Japan is cooler, but there's not many other places I've been to that rock as hard as Bogus Basin does.
Idaho, Idaho. Japao though, legendary. Yeah. Dude, Chuck did not know that Bogus Basin was so big.
Oh,
There's actually a lot of terrain that he never got to see on video, but when he got here in person, we toured him around Bogus Basin.
everyone needs to give Ellstacker a like and a follow. Just about everyone in here already has.
Whistler trip 2023.
That'd be awesome. There's another trip that I've already promised is going to go down in 2023, and I think the Europeans are asleep right now. But when Swan, actually, where is Swanee?
Yeah, he should.
Where is Swanee? Why is he not in the chat? Swanee, yeah, you should message him. He's probably at work.
We'll send him.
But no, Swanee and I did a live stream on New Year's Eve, and some of you guys probably were on there. But yeah, I believe on New Year's, and this is why you don't live stream when you've been too saucy. I believe I promised Old Man Shredder, aka the Send It Syndicate, that I would go to Sweden, and I feel like that's something that may happen. I'd like it to happen, but I'd also like to go to every other place that all you guys are too, and meet all of you. And Street Rage 86 says, Link, let's go, haha. I actually didn't meet Street Rage 86 while I was in Boise.
He
but
lives pretty close though. We totally should have went there.
Yeah, well, we drove past him like twice, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Rough Life is saying no stream either. Are we still live? Can you guys still see us? Is there something wrong? Have we cut off?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not seeing any. Drop some comments. Can we still be heard? Are we still here?
It looks still there. I think just the computer's frozen.
Yeah.
Tim says Japao.
I need to reboot the computer. I need to refresh the computer. Erica's got some waves going on. I don't even know what's happening here. Yeah. Mike Sierra. Young Dolly Bombhole. The bombhole is absolutely amazing. Bad Riders. Have you seen the 2023 Orca? I bet you he's seen it. Oh yeah. Andreas says you guys would make for an awesome buddy cop movie. I'd watch that. That's pretty funny.
Everyone can see.
Yep, we're still live. Okay, everyone's saying that. Now it's just my computer screen for some reason has frozen and doesn't want to let me. Oh no, I found it. It was a different. I was on the other live stream. No, we're back.
Chuck bro.
Chuck bro. Yeah, Chuck bro.
Are you live, bro?
Chuck bro has had so much technical difficulties tonight. It's unbelievable.
Dude, pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Everyone still came to the stream even though we switched.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So
Everyone's in here, 15 people this whole time.
this is amazing. 15 people, 18 likes.
It's crazy.
You guys are so good. I love.
Chuck even liked his own stream though.
I don't even know how to do that. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. I love the support. Like the amount of messages that people have been giving me since I've been here, especially after I kind of dropped those hints on Instagram. Like, you know, that I was traveling, I was at Sydney Airport and I was at San Francisco, and everyone was like, where are you going? And eventually it was obvious that I was going to see this guy, and we spent a week riding at Bogus Basin. So Bogus, I've touched on it already, but Bogus Basin is a hidden gem. It's such a bigger mountain than what they want you to know. And I don't know how they operate the way they do. So open 7 days a week. They do night riding every night. They've got until 10 p.m. They've got a bunch of terrain open at night. It's actually a fairly steep pitch, and there's some really advanced terrain on the backside of the mountain that is amazing. So
Chuck got some Bogus Basin black diamonds for sure.
oh yeah, and if you like cat tracks, you will love Bogus Basin. There is so many long cat tracks.
Oh, yeah. We toured him the whole mountain, you know, went left, right, and you could ski 360 vertical terrain, so pretty interesting.
Having Red's Caps.
Yeah.
Red's Cap says, Andreas seems too busy with Mr. Comor's business and doesn't get a chance to shred with Chris these days. That Mr. Comor, man, you got to tell him what's up.
Cool Breeze says, Round Top,
Yeah.
700 miles. Come on. Cool Breeze, let's go.
One day, Andreas says he'll ride there. Luke Hayes, are you the only one that works
Tim
at that
says-
shop, Andreas?
Tim says we need a live
We never
stream
see
with
Mr.
Jose.
Well,
Maybe Jose live stream.
that's up to Jose. I mean, like, we're going to be linking up with Jose on this trip. And we're going to be doing this isn't going to be the final live stream on my channel of the trip, at least. Probably not on Ellstacker's either. So, could we see a live Jose Bautista?
He still said it again. He's like, but where's Swaney?
Everyone DM. Everyone just DM Swaney. If you know, if you've got Swanee Brews, I'm going to just put it in the chat.
Bad Rider said, did Jose receive a package from Swanee Brews? Did Jose get that package? Let us know.
Is it 2 N's or 1 N? I feel like I should know that. I'm pretty sure it's 2
I
N's.
don't know. On Instagram?
Everyone just,
The Secret Life of Jose.
if you guys are in here, just smash Swanee Brews on Insta with DM saying, why aren't you on the live stream? We're missing you on the live stream. That's hilarious. But no, we'll see. Ooh, Jose says yes.
Yeah.
So cool.
Erica says Jose is the hidden snowboarder no one ever sees.
Yeah, people will see him. We've joked about the hidden Jose Bautista vlogs. And maybe if he doesn't put a vlog out, we'll put one out for him. LH Cool Breeze says, I can be in PA with some encouragement. Well, I'm gonna say that if anyone is in the vicinity of Round Top Resort this weekend, then I think there's a really good chance that you'll meet up with me and Ellstacker and Board Through the Pain. So, because that's where we're going to be, Round Top Resort. I'm pretty sure we're going to be there on Saturday. Dropped.
Tim says Swaney actually makes his own brews.
Swaney does make his own brews, actually, like from scratch.
Classified snowboarding videos, those are Jose's.
He mills the grain and everything. He puts in his hops. He does his own recipe. He boils it up. He's got this huge fermenter. He's got a keg in my garage. He's dreaming. If you like beer, Swanee Brews is your man. Reggie, where are the vids? Says Bad Riders. We all need it. Jose is the man, says Andreas. Get him here live. Yeah, we're trying here.
Andreas says if you could ride with any famous snowboard person from history, who would it be?
Oh.
Do they have to be alive or could they be dead though?
Yeah. Well, it's from history, so.
From history.
Like, you know, Burton, Sims.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know.
You pick Sims and I pick Burton.
Yeah.
And then we all get to ride together.
Like, currently alive.
I'd like to ride with Marcus Cleveland.
Marcus
He's such a
Cleveland?
beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I don't know. Like, you know, can
Who
you...
else though? Ooh,
This-
dude, Sean White though.
Sean White, that'd be pretty chill. Jeez, my mind's going blank now. Zeb Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the current crop of riders, if I could ride with any of them, if I could get
Abraham Lincoln.
if I could get a one-on-one like snowboarding lesson from anyone that's not Casey Willax or Kevin Pierce, it would be Zeb Powell. So that's my answer.
Dude, these guys got like crazy answers though.
Yeah.
He's like Jesus.
What?
Missile attack swap.
Erica wants a pickle beer. What?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yo, bros. Question from Andreas. Oh no, we already answered that one. That's a heavy question though. It's a really heavy question.
Colonel from KFC, does he
He says
rip
they
on
could be.
snowboard?
Do they have to be snowboarders? The Colonel. The Colonel would be mad. I reckon. Would the Colonel be a snowboarder or a skier? What do we reckon?
Oh, dude.
Does the Colonel rips? Does he stand sideways?
He has to.
You reckon?
I
Like
don't know.
he looks like
He's
he's
so
got.
old though,
he
so maybe
he
not.
looks like he's got a snow. Oh, but you know, snowboarding's easier on the knees than skiing. I reckon you see some gnarly old snowboarders out there, and we need to see more of them because honestly, that's what we are going to be soon. Like, there's going to be an old crop of snowboarders doing S-turns out there for the dream, and that's what we are.
These guys
want
are
to
just
be.
getting wild with the answers. Jose's answer is actually pretty good. Brian Aguchi would be a good one.
Aguchi, yeah, for sure. That guy's awesome.
Tim's really made me laugh though. He said, "I want to snowboard with the guy with the Homer Simpson voice."
Oh yeah,
You know
that'd
who
be
that one
interesting.
is?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I'm sure someone will know in the comments. Bad Riders said he'd like to shred with Starlay. Yeah, that's probably going to be a popular choice. But Erica says Santa for sure. She wants to go tubing with Santa.
Tubing with Santa. That would be good.
Has everyone seen Ellstacker's tubing vid? So shout out to Tim and Erica that are in the chat. They popped for us to go snow tubing at Bogus Basin, and it was like the most fun and probably the most terrifying thing that I've done in my life nearly. Because you've got no control, you're just sliding super fast, you're spinning around, you're moving all different directions. And it was so much fun. I'm so glad we got to do that. Rifly says Jake Burton, Craig Kelly. Yeah, I can see that.
Kelly would be good.
So, the guy who makes the Homer Simpson voices, we already said that.
Dude, there's so many and they're still guessing.
Yeah.
Everyone's just getting crazy.
Cool Breeze says Zeb. Yep, that's my vote. Zeb Powell for sure.
Rifle wants to ride with Ronald McDonald though. I think he has too big of feet. I don't know if he could ride.
Andreas Schubert says, have you seen Zeb Powell's new Burton Mega Hyper Awesome Blossom? I have. I saw an Instagram clip of him riding that thing yesterday or this morning maybe. And I love it. He was doing something off a knuckle and it looked amazing. And I'm hyped on it. Modern Rider. Red Gerard or Mark McNorris. Brian Aguchi. Luke Hayes says Stephen Hawking. You reckon he would have ripped back in the day?
When he still walked, maybe? He used to still walk.
Yeah, he was pretty active when he was walking. I mean, I suppose we all are, but Luke Winkleman is also out in North Carolina, says LH Cool Breeze. Rife Life said the Colonel is totally a skier.
I think so.
You reckon?
I think so. He's so old.
What about Ronald McDonald to be a skier for sure?
Oh
no, Rife Life just said it. Ronald McDonald snowboards for sure. Erica wants to snowboard with Nickelback?
Red's Cap says, where's the Chuck super chats?
That's a good question. Coming soon, I hope. Chuck needs a lot more subscribers. At last count, I was on like 124 or something. And I need like 1,000 subscribers to enable super chats, and I need a bunch more watch hours. So I don't even know what my watch hours are. Like Ellstacker is always always on my case, and he's going, "Why don't you ever look at your stats?" I don't. I'm not interested. I see how many subscribers I have, and sometimes look at the watch time and go, There's no way I'm ever going to be monetized, but I don't mind if I get monetized or not. But I mean, super chats would be cool. But
dude, Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys.
If you want to see super chats in here, then tell everyone you know to subscribe.
Your mom, your grandma. Does Chuck know the Trailer Park Boys? Tim says he wants to snowboard with Ricky.
Oh yeah, I know the Trailer Park Boys. I know of the Trailer Park Boys. I don't know them personally.
Yo,
Carlo's in here. Yeah, he says yo. Bubbles hands down, says Erica. Tim Wilson says that he's got me a sub. I'd love to see it. Bad Rider says Chuck needs to get a studio app for his phone. Ooh. I can't be doing no GarageBand. You know I don't do Apple. Robert Fowler. Robert Fowler. If he's saying who we'd like to snowboard with, if these people, if they're allowed to be like fictional characters, I think Robert Fowler has it. Marty McFly.
Oh, dude. And he could take you back in time to snowboard.
Oh, yes. Doc Brown. Marty McFly has to be a snowboarder, and Doc Brown is his like skier uncle. Robert Bro is here. He so is. Andreas Schubert, if you could make a snowboard out of any material, regardless of the cost, what would you make it out of? Pure gold? Wood hit by lightning? We need some moderators in the chat to let Reg Caps
yes, we do.
comment through. If only there was a moderator in the chat that could do that. Thank you, Ellstacker. What's Bad Riders doing? He's probably at work. But no, that's a really good question. If you could make a snowboard out of any material, regardless of cost, what would you make it out of? What do you reckon, Ellstacker?
Potato snowboard.
Out of potatoes? Sure. Are you kidding me? I shouldn't have asked. I don't know.
Dude, probably Tim says a huge diamond snowboard. Oh my gosh.
I would probably. I mean, that thing would be so stiff, though.
Yeah.
And it'd be responsive, and it would rail a car, but it would absolutely destroy you. I don't know. Could we make a? I don't know. I feel like you could make a snowboard like out of just pure resin. Like no wooden core, just like make it pure see-through, like those like the Yes snowboards are. Oh, actually no, I've got one. If I could make a snowboard out of any material, it'd be adamantium. Just adamantium. Those Wolverine claws would be the only thing that could stop that snowboard. You'd never have to sharpen the edges ever.
Tim says, I would just make the diamond snowboard so I could sell it.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't sell it, you have to use it.
And then Andreas is going to make a plutonium snowboard.
Jose Bautista says you have to double check those requirements. I think they changed a couple months ago. The requirements changed for live streaming. So I can do a live stream with like a certain number of people. Like you never used to be able to live stream on your phone before you were in the partnership program, but now you can. But I had a way to get around that anyway. Plutonium. Bad Riders says, oh, we've got Shadow dropping potatoes in the chat. Hi, Shadow. I'm sorry we didn't get the chance to meet up while I was in Boise. Bad Rider says carbon, wave cell core, and tungsten edges. Oh, wow, okay. So we're talking about like a MIPS snowboard.
That does sound pretty cool.
That would be pretty wild.
And it would look cool.
It'd flex, that's for sure. Luke Hayes, the only board I would have would be the wood from the Andreas Woods. That's my favourite answer so far. LH Cool Breeze, cardboard core wrapped in carbon. Yes. The cardboard core would do nothing. It would be the most energetic snowboard. The flex on it. You could do some butters with that thing, I reckon. Red's Cap. If there will be a grand DWCP meetup, what costume would you wear on shred days? I'd wear the same costume I always am wearing, probably. Actually, well, I know what costume he'll wear.
For sure.
I don't know. I guess. What would I wear? I'd just wear my snowboarding gear. I'd be wearing like merch, just merch. I would not wear anything that is not merch from a snowboard YouTuber. Most of my outfit is merch anyway. Kenny on board says, yo, yo, yo. Shadow, where are you guys at? We're at, you'll need to rewind the stream because I say that at the beginning, but we are at Phoenix Airport, Arizona, going to Philadelphia in a few hours. You know Botanium? Andreas Schubert, you're just making up words at this point. That's not a substance, surely.
Yeah.
Jose Bautista says, yikes. Adventure Carlo says, don't forget to explode the like button. We appreciate you. Bad Rider says, adamantium question mark. You don't want any flex and the board that takes skiers' legs off. Actually saying it, I'm down. It would do some damage, absolutely. You wouldn't want to get a shin hack to that. Tim Wilson, Kentucky. I'm not sure what that is in reference to. Oh, so Kerry Pierce is saying that Botanium would float? It must be a real thing. Maybe Andreas didn't just make up random words. What food have you had over there that you wish we had in Australia? Luke Hayes. I think I'd have to say the Idaho Spud Bar. The Idaho Spud Bar is pretty tasty, and we do not have that in Australia.
Commodities soaring since Russia's invasion of Ukraine with prices.
L might be a potato. Yes, Red's cap. L would definitely be a potato. He's nodding his head over there. We need to get some DWCP riding gear made up. That is a good claim, Bad Riders. We also need a DWCP podcast and another run of stickers. I've actually almost finished editing the video that I made of the last sticker mail out, so those will have to come out before anyone sees anything from this trip. Eat a fat greasy pizza for me. I will. We all will. Thank you, Erica.
Oh, dude.
Jose Bautista says abominable snowman costume. I can see you in one of those, man, for sure. Chuck, maybe a Nutella jam or the Aussie jam. Sorry, forgot the name.
Aussie jam?
Aussie jam? Like
Phil Wright is in the chat, though.
Oh,
Phil.
is Phil in the chat? Where is he? Ellstacker, let's go, he says. Yes, Phil.
That guy, dude. What's up, Phil?
Phil is in the chat. Phil needs to be a moderator.
Does he get to be a moderator?
He gets to be a moderator before Swanee does.
Yeah, Swaney's not going to be a moderator.
Add moderator.
Phil has all the power.
Phil has been bestowed the wrench. And Swanee's going to love that. But that's what he gets for not answering his messages. It's good to see you in the chat, Phil. I'm missing you dearly. Oh yeah, Reggie must be talking about Vegemite for sure. I'm so glad Andreas is in the chat. He's bringing up the best topics, and I'm not going to have time to get through all of them. But would you rather snowboard on a planet with higher gravity, where you have extra inertia for speed? No, I wouldn't. I'd prefer like 1G. 1G is perfect. I don't think we need any less gravity for snowboarding, because then you would not be able to generate speed and not be able to get air. But
like a hoverboard snowboarding?
Yeah.
Swanee's gonna be pissed.
I wouldn't, yeah.
Love it, dude.
So let's go. Andreas had another good question. Or would you rather snowboard on a planet with lesser gravity, where it's slower and you could get way more air? Probably that one. Out of those two, I'd much rather get more air than go faster. That's just my preference though. I like S-turns. But then again, maybe I would like to go faster. I don't know. I think both would be fun. But my answer would be the lesser gravity planet, for sure. Yeah, Reggie must be talking about Vegemite, for sure. Ventura Carlo. Keep up the daily videos, you're crushing it. Has Ellstacker been doing daily videos? Have you?
Has it been going down?
You know, actually, speaking of videos, because we're getting close to the end of the live stream, but...
What do we want to put in there? What's
So, do you guys want to be in the Chuck vlog or the Ellstacker vlog?
They do want to be in
Because
there.
I'm pretty sure that that's going to happen right now. So, who wants to be in the vlog?
Yo.
Run up the comments. Let's see.
I did, Eric.
What are we gonna do?
What are you gonna put in the
Let's
chat?
get some. Let's get
Chuck
something in the
Bros?
chat.
Can we
So,
get the Chuck
let's get
Bros
some
in there?
Chuck Bros in the chat. Everyone be Chuck Bro, and I want to see the chat just completely popping off and nuking. Let's go. Are we gonna get some comments in here? Just start dropping the Chuck Bros. Are we gonna do it? Ellstacker's got a Chuck Bro. Bad Riders need speed. Carlo Ventura, yo. Oh, we're starting to get some people popping off now. Carlo, let's go. Let's go. Tim Wilson, yo. Come on, we can go faster. Let's get some stuff. We got some yos in the chat. We can have some potatoes. You can drop some kangaroos, drop some avocados. I want to see a Chuck Bro in the chat. Let's get some people going. We're gonna, yes, it's going off. Look at this. You guys are so awesome. This is so sick. The chat is going mental. Yes. You guys are absolutely awesome. We love to see it. All right.
Erica got the Aussie in there. Aussie.
Erica got the board shorts in there.
Yeah, what are board shorts? Nobody even knows.
LH Cool Breeze is Chuck Van. We've got a bunch of emojis in the chat. Erica's got some beers in there. And there was a bunch of, like, I know
Oh, dude, Tim. That's funny.
Andreas was, I'm pretty sure he was putting a version of his bird call in there. I was actually doing your bird call the other day. I was trying to. We need to show all of those. So, but no, if Phil is still in the chat, I miss you. Can't wait to see you again.
SSR0D says, dude, just ordered the 155 wide Rome artifact.
Dude,
Rome Vice binding.
you're going to be ripping on that thing. Kerry Pierce says Chuck Brew. Jose's got some avos in the chat. Oh. Philip Wright says Philly cheesesteak. We're having our Philly cheesesteaks tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one of the most epic live streams that I've ever done, and we've had so many legends in the chat. We're coming up on 1 hour and 3 minutes, so we're gonna start calling this out. But we've had Snowboard Pro Camp, Melissa Doctor, Tim Wilson, Bad Riders, Erica, Jose Bautista, Ellstacker Adventures, Andreas Schubert. We've had Robert Fowler, Luke Hayes, Adventurer Carlo, Maddox Starnes, what other shout-outs? LH Cool Breeze, Reds Cap, Bad Riders, Tim Wilson, I think I already said, Kenny on board. We've had Shadow in the chat. We've had so many legends. I'm so sorry if I missed any of you. But we're gonna, if you guys want to see what we're up to, we're going to be meeting with Board Through the Pain tomorrow. We're going to be at Round Top Resort this Saturday, and I know that on the 8th we're going to be at Platterkill for a standing sideways event, which is a snowboarders only takeover. You guys are all absolute legends. Andreas, thank you so much for your questions and your thought-provoking topics. We'll need that in the next live stream for sure. You guys are all legends. But from Phoenix Airport in Arizona, Ellstacker Adventures and Chuck Van saying, be excellent to each other. See you next time. Party on.
Chuck Bro. Does it end pretty quick? I don't think so. There's no